All right, we are going to graph this equation, y equals to 2x squared minus 2. And we're going to pick some input values or x values. And how we're going to do that is we're going to base it off of our x-axis right here. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to pick some basic ones, some ones close to 0. So I'm going to start at -2. And then I'm just going to work across to probably +2. I like to pick my numbers as close as I can. Just because sometimes they go off the graph really quickly. All right, so I'm going to put in -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, and we'll see what happens with our graph. We may have to readjust it in just a little while, but we're not 100% sure. So -2 is our x value. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in that x value. So you'll see this. I'm going to write 2, and then I'm going to put parentheses, -2, and then I'm going to square that value -2. This is going to be our work for this piece. So if we need to, we can come down here. We do a little bit of math on there. So -2 times -2 squared minus 2. -2 squared is 4. So we get 2 times 4 minus 2. Remember, we do exponents first. 2 times 4 is 8. -2, 8 minus 2 is 6. So our output, if we put a -2 into the equation, our output will be a 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go -2 and I'm going to graph 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is that point, -2, 6. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it down with the next number. So I'm going to plug -1 into that equation. Okay, so it'll be -1 squared minus 2. And I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do the work as well off to the side. So 2 times -1 squared minus 2. Okay, and I'm going to do that -1 squared, which is 1. So 2 times 1 minus 2. 2 times 1 is 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So our output is 0, meaning we put -1 into the equation and we got out 0. So at -1, I'm going to put a data point here at 0. Okay, and then we're going to continue to do the exact same thing. So 2 times 0. I'm just going to work my way down -2. Let's go ahead and show some work down here at the bottom. So 2 times 0 squared minus 2. 0 squared is just 0. 2 times 0 minus 2. 2 times 0 is 0. Minus 2 is -2. So that is going to be -2. And once again, we put in 0, we got out -2. And so at 0, I'm going to put in -2 right here. And I'm just going to keep working down. So 2 times 1 squared minus 2. And let's go ahead and show our work there. 2 times 1 squared. I'm just kind of finding areas to do the work. So 1 squared is 1 times 2 minus 2. So 2 times 1 is 2 minus 2 is 0. Say we put in 1, we got out 2. So I'm going to come over, I'm going to go 1 on the X, 0 on the Y, which is right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing. Last one, I'm going to put in 2 now. So I'm going to put 2. Where the x values, I'm going to put 2 squared minus 2. Find a spot to do my work. 2 times 2 squared minus 2. 2 squared is 4 times 2 minus 2. So 2 times 4 is 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay, so I'm going to put a 6. And what that means is we put in 2, we got out 6. So 2 and up 6. And you can see those data points and how they've arranged themselves. And if we were to just kind of make the rest of this graph look something like this. All right, so that's how we use a input-output table to create the graph of a function. And in this case, that function had a squared term and or known as a quadratic.